Welcome back to the Saturday weekend vlogs. Today starts out with me having to go into work for a few hours, which is a total bummer, but I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone by taking care of all this recycling that is plaguing our garage. Now that's a recycling haul right there. Man, it's nasty looking outside today. What is going on here? That's a little dangerous. Anyway, I hope everyone had a glorious week this week with whatever you're doing in life. I had a pretty good one. Things are getting a little better at work, getting everybody up to speed, but I still have a lot of work ahead of me. Just trying to stay patient. That's a challenge for me. I did have a short week this week, which was great. Had Monday off, which you got to see on a Home Alone with Clark video. I'll link that below if you want to check that video out. I'm sure most of you have probably already seen it. But survived the rest of the week, and now we're back on Saturday, which unfortunately I am still going into work, but only for a few hours, and then we'll have the rest of the day to do whatever we want. Fast forward a few hours, work is done, and now I am at the recycling place. Got a lot of plastics. Believe it or not, it wasn't too long since I was here last. I think I actually filmed it. It was probably about 3 weeks ago. It was right before Clark's birthday. So that's the amount of plastics and cardboard we go through in less than a month. It's pretty sickening to see the amount of waste that we go through, but I guess that's just a part of life and part of being American. I lost you there. Hey, buddy. Hey, Roxy Bears. Who is that? I just get home from doing recycling and there's a box. What you witnessed right there is what happens when you get home from work and then your woman puts you to work. And now that I've worked on everyone else's goals so far today, let's work on mine. On that note, I've been hyping my 2017 goals for a few weeks now, and I think it's time that I finally share these with you. They're all on my computer here, so I'm gonna do one last look over on here, and then we're gonna get into it. Let's do this whole goal thing right now, finally get it out of the way. I don't know about this shot, I don't know if I like it or not, but I think it'll work. I got no lights on here, just the light that's coming in from this window, and I think that looks kind of cool actually, so we'll go with it. I've got my computer here so I can read off exactly what my goals are to you. I'm really kind of nervous about this because sharing your goals with everybody that's out there, it's like sharing a part of you. You know, I think I'm just gonna put it out there. I think if I do this, it'll help me be accountable for it, and I can document all of these things that I wanna do, and then we can check back on this a year from now, and we'll see what I actually accomplished and what I didn't accomplish. For the goals, I separated them into 3 different categories: financial, health, and hobbies. So everything that I'm trying to do falls into those 3 categories, and then I have one that's called Beyond 2017. So they're goals that I'm trying to do a little bit further into the future. Let me get a little swig of water here before we start. I'm just trying to delay the inevitable here, so let's get into this. I'm gonna start in the financial category, and we'll start with my number 1 goal for this year. And if you've been watching my channel, you're definitely familiar with this goal, and that is to pay off my mortgage to become debt-free. That is such a huge one for me because it's my last debt. I've paid off our cars. I paid off student loans, tons of money that I paid off in the last couple years. This is the last thing, and it's going to take a big push. It's going to take basically all the money that I personally make this year. Like, say we're living off of Cody's income, and then we take everything that I make. It's going to take everything to pay it off. And by December 31st, if all things go well, this is excluding any YouTube income or anything that I get from Amazon or anything online, I can have that mortgage paid off. And the reason that I want to do that is because when you have no debt, you've got options. Debt straddles you into a job or into a situation that you don't necessarily want to be in. And without that debt, it opens up opportunities. And that's what I'm trying to do, because that takes me to my second goal for 2017, and this maybe should be on the Beyond 2017 list, and that goal is to do YouTube full time. That is the mortgage thing. I wouldn't say that's my number one goal. That's my number two goal, because it gets me to my number one goal, which is to make YouTube videos for a living. This is my number one passion. This is what I love to do. This and my Lego channel. I just want to make videos. I love everything about it. I love the making of it. I love the editing. I love the interaction that I have with people. I love the instant response. And it's just such a fun thing to do, and I can't think of anything I want to do more. So paying off that debt gets me closer to that goal, because that's money that I don't have to earn to pay for our lifestyle. And then I can make a little bit less money on YouTube than what I make working at my job to make that all work out. And I hope that makes sense. But that's sort of my that's my number one and number two goal. Get debt free, do what I want to do for a living, which is to make videos. And then under financial as well, my other little goal here, and this isn't little, but I want to make $100 per month on my Lego channel. Right now I'm making about $15 to $20 a month. What it's going to take for me to get to that is it's going to be going from 500 views a day, which is about what I get on that channel, to probably about 3,000 to 3,500 views a day, which I don't think that's too bad, especially for a year. If I constantly put out videos and if I just put a little more time into it, I think I can get there. Every day the stats are rising little by little. And I think eventually I'll get there on that goal, and that's a big one for me too, because the Lego thing, I look at this as like documenting my life and all the fun stuff that we do, and just documenting anything that comes to my mind. That is a specific channel that's sort of related to a hobby that I've had like since I was a kid, and I'm rekindling that now, and I'm sharing my experience on that. If you don't know about my Lego channel, I'll put a link below. You can check out some of my recent videos. I think I've been progressively getting a little better on those. My other couple financial goals, and these ones, again, don't make fun of me for this, because these are just like, these are things that I really think would be really awesome. Become a professional artist and photographer. That one's probably the craziest thing that I have on my list, but I classify professional as earning money from one sale. So my goal is to do some type of photo work, and I'm going to create like an Etsy account, or I'll do something online where I can suggest that you go there and check it out. And if you want to buy some of my work, I can hit my goal of becoming a professional photographer. And that same thing goes for a professional artist. I have a couple ideas for that, and I'm also going to make that happen through my Lego channel, because I'm going to open up probably a Shopify account for my Lego channel where I sell designs of stuff that I make, and I'm going to actually buy the bricks in bulk and sell sets to people. And I think that'd be really cool and a good way to make some income on that channel to create the $100 per month that I'm looking for, because unfortunately, making money online, I've found very quickly that through advertising and these pre-roll ads and things that you see on here, it takes so many views for that to happen. It's like, I mean, even with the subscriber base that I have, it's nowhere near the point where I can be doing this professionally. And I've been doing it for 5 years, but you got people that have, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, a million subscribers. When you're getting that kind of traffic and views on all your videos, it's easy to do it, but I've got to find some other ways, and I might be making another video here, maybe even tomorrow, that I kind of discuss some other options in that regard. How much time are we at? Ooh, this is getting long. Okay. My last financial goal, sell some unused items on eBay. I've got a lot of stuff, if you couldn't tell from my last video, and I've got to start selling some things off, like old video games, just random things that I don't use anymore. I might as well sell them, get them out of my life, become more of a minimalist. In fact, that's a documentary I just watched recently. Check that out. It's from the Minimalists. I think it's called Minimalism. Got to get rid of some stuff, and that will create some extra income that comes in, and then I can put that towards my other goal, which is to pay off the mortgage. See how everything kind of ties around, and you'll see this in this. Everything that I list on here, I want to share this as a part of my life. So everything that's my goal, you're eventually going to see on this channel as I proceed and as I grow. So we'll move down. That was my financial goals. My next thing is health. This category is important to me, and my number one goal in that, and this is related to the book that I'm reading right now, which is called How Not to Die. My number one goal under health is eat a vegan diet. And that is going to be something that's a struggle for me because I absolutely love meat. And to give that up, and I'm going to give up all kinds of animal products. I've been listening to this book. It literally is like a 30-hour audiobook. And I've been listening to it every day on my way to work, on my way home from work. And he goes over 15 diseases, the top 15 killers in the United States. And every one of them can be helped or solved or caught or canceled out by eating a whole foods plant-based diet. And it's hard to argue with. So I think that'd be really cool, and I'd like to see how that affects my health, and I thought it'd be cool to share. And I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I thought it'd be cool to share my progress with that, and maybe some things that I'm making, learn how to make. Like, my one thing that I really love is pizza and pizza, and I would love to show how to make a vegan pizza if that's at all possible. I haven't researched it yet, but I'd like to go vegan in 2017. Call me crazy, but that's one of my goals. Next goal, strength train. That's my equipment I have over there. It's just a matter of having the time to put into it. Next thing, ride my bike. I want to do a lot of that, which we did a lot of that last year. I didn't document a whole lot of it, but I think I'm going to do a lot of GoPro and different footage just to share my bike riding experience. I like to put some serious miles on that, and then in addition to that, I like to do a lot of walking this summer when the weather clears up a little bit out there. Today it's a little gloomy and a lot cold, and it has been for months, so I'm ready for this winter to be over so I can get into my other goals, which takes us perfectly into the next category, which is hobbies. My hobbies that I want to do coming up this year, and some of these are probably related to warmer weather, but my first hobby and my first goal under that category is to improve my video editing skills. I like to get a little better at this. I mean, I think I've gotten better as time's gone by. If you watch some of my very first videos from like the first year or two, I don't even know how people can watch them, but they continue to do that, and I appreciate that. But I think I've gotten a little better. I just like to keep practicing, and that definitely helps making videos all the time to do that. So that shouldn't be too hard to accomplish. Next hobby, and this is going to be to a very select few group of people that watch my videos. I want to grow my best garden yet. Every year I document my garden progress, and this year I want to grow just an amazing garden. I've got it all planned out. I know where I'm going to put it. I'm not doing what I did last year. It really didn't work out putting it around the shed. I'm going to grow a dedicated garden that's going to grow us a lot of food that I can then put towards my be a vegan goal that I had back in health. Next thing is I'd like to go camping at the Pennsylvania state parks. There's a ton of state parks in this state, and I would love to go to, I have a goal of going to every single one of them. I know that's not going to happen in 2017, but I would just like to go camping at all these places and share that with you, share the sites, and I think that's a good family hobby, and it's also not that expensive, and it's good to get outside. It's just good all around. So if you can go camping, it's definitely something I would recommend. My next thing that I want to do is learn to play chess. That's something that I haven't done yet. Cody has offered countless times to teach me. I've never put the time into it, but I think it would be a really fun game, and it's something I want to get into. I won't say too much more about that, but that's pretty simple. My next thing, this one is a crazy one again. What time are we at? Oh my God, okay. The next goal is to become a storm chaser, and I know it's crazy, but if I wasn't working all summer, I would like watch the Weather Channel, and I want to find these storms, and I want to go places, and I want to record like these awesome thunderstorms and lightning, all kinds of stuff. I want to become a storm chaser, not like tornadoes or anything, but just like some really cool storms and get footage of that. Again, all these hobbies kind of all go back to video creation, which is, that's my obsession and has been. Next thing is I want to create a bird attraction in my backyard. That's like I want like a waterer, I want like a fountain, I want bird seed. I want it all. I want squirrels. I want all this stuff, and I want to get video of all the stuff that I can bring into the backyard because I thought that'd be kind of cool. So it's kind of some crazy stuff here. And then my final goal under hobbies, and this one's kind of broad, and this is going to go beyond 2017. But I want to create an awesome backyard. I want to create like an experience where you walk in and you kind of meander through all these different like pathways, and there's all these different attractions that you can go to. I just thought that'd be something really cool. Like you have stuff growing here, and then you got like a little pond with fish in it. You got all this stuff, and I have this huge backyard that's up like a blank canvas right now, and I want to do that. I thought that would be really awesome, and that would be really cool to share that experience, creating something from nothing in the backyard and making this really cool operation out there. So that'd be really cool for this channel. So they're all my they're all my goals for 2017. Financial, health, and hobbies have all been covered. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of stuff, but it's all the things that I want to do. There's some things that are very simple, like learn chess, and then you got some crazy stuff like do YouTube full time, and I might be able to do that this year. It's just really hard to say. It all depends on how some things go and some things that I have in the works that I'm planning, and how that goes down. So let's go into the final category here as we really run long here. The final thing is beyond 2017. These are my goals that aren't for this year, maybe not for next year, but these are goals that I have for my lifetime and maybe, in the next 5 years, let's say. First thing, buy a property with 10 plus acres. I want to buy a property. I don't care about the house. The house is very unimportant because of the next thing I'm about to tell you. I want a really great piece of land that has privacy. I'd like maybe, just some woods. I want a place where I can grow food, which is another part of my beyond 2017. But I just really want a great piece of land that I could have forever. And I'd like some water on it, and it just needs to be there, and it has to be in a kind of specific location because of Cody's job. We're kind of confined to this area, as in my job as well, as much as I don't want to do that as much as I want to do this, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. But I'd like to get a 10 plus acre piece of property, and that's going to be a lot of money. So we're going to have to keep our eye out on that, and maybe down the line as we continue to save, we can pull something like that off. So that takes me to my next plan beyond 2017. And that is to build a yurt. And if you don't know what a yurt is, do a quick Google search on that. It's essentially a round structure that kind of has like a lattice work around it, and it's like a nomadic living situation where it's sort of like a teepee, let's just say. I'd like to build a yurt and live in a yurt, and I want to do it off grid. I want to learn about solar, which is another thing on my list here. I want to live off grid with the only thing that I have is solar power, and I guess I'll have internet because I want to continue doing what I'm doing here. But I just want to live this simple life, and I have a book on that really inspired me, and it's something that I would like to change my life and take it in that direction. But it's definitely something that requires a whole family commitment, and it all depends who's on board with it. Specifically Cody. I'm sure Clark would love to live a life like that, probably, at least for now, until he gets a little bit older, and maybe not so much. But at least let's have something where I can say we do have a normal house on this 10 plus acre parcel. If I could build this little off-grid yurt and make it my own little spot out there, sort of like my studio is in here, that'd be really cool. And then that takes me to my next goal, which is related to that again, and that is to raise animals as pets, including goats, pig, and chickens. I want to have I just want to have all these pets. I want to have animals that I take care of. It's such a passion of mine, and just like making videos, I just love animals, as I'm sure you could probably tell. And how cool would it be to have all these animals, and they become like characters in this story that I'm creating here, almost like Roxy and Mello and the chickens are now. I'd have all these characters of animals, and I could take care of them every day, and it would just be this really awesome thing. And that's like one of my biggest goals there. So that takes me to my final goal, and that goes back to everything that I've done here, and that is to document everything in my life. And I've sort of done that now on this channel, but I want to take that to the next level if this is something that I could put more time into. Unfortunately, the way things are going now, as you're seeing with these Saturday weekend vlogs, I just have so much going on during the week that I can't maintain videos all throughout the week, so I'm stuck making them kind of on the weekend, which I do appreciate. I like having these weekly things, but I want to do more of what I love, and I think that's everybody's real goal. If you want to tear away all the goals that I've gone over here, doing what you really love to do, that's the most important goal that you can have. And if you can make any effort to strive towards that, like paying off debt or getting in shape, whatever it is, whatever your ultimate goal is, whatever you love, just keep working towards it. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to share that with you on this channel. So I hope you sat through this, but there's my goals for 2017. I'm happy that I finally shared it. I'm anxious to hear what you think about my goals, good or bad. If you think I can do it, if I can't do it, I'd love to have you tell me I can't do it, because I like proving people wrong when it comes to telling me I can't do things. So there it is. Thank you for sitting through this. Now let's go back to the video. Check out our little Duplo tiny house that me and Clark built. Little door in the front there. Donald's in there. Got a composting toilet. Just pulled a piece off. And then there's a little trap door back here where you can pull your character out. How cool is that? Oh, we got Goofy in the tiny house. Who else can you fit in there, buddy? Genie. He's not Lego compatible. There it is right there. Tomorrow night, 6:30. Steelers at Patriots.
American women, we're stronger together.
Glad we enjoyed it while it lasted. Am I gonna wear a hat? Thank you. It's so stylish. I like it. Yeah, it is.
People for, or even get held over
Yeah.
from the Obama administration.
Why?
But I
Call to action, I believe, should be you guys should go and run. Folks should go out there and run for often during the midterms. And Tea Party.
That's different.
In the Capitol, on the Hill,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and I think, admittedly,